This brings me to calling in the cavalry.
Welcome back to another Plasticon review. Yes, I know it's been a while. I've kind of took a hiatus because school's been keeping me fairly busy. Today, we're going to review a little something that's slightly more obscure. RID, Bruticus, or Ruination, as some want to say. This entire toy is actually a really awesome toy, especially for those who do not own a G1 Bruticus. I highly suggest you pick this one up. It's actually really cool. But anyway, let's get on to the toy itself. Well, here he is. Parts everywhere. Yes, I know. We're going to start out with Rotar. Rotar is just a little helicopter. Blades turn fairly well on him. It's even got a little blade back here that turns. Anyhow, here's Rotar. It's kind of cool. It's got a nice little gun muzzle that sticks out in the front. Can pull the gun off. It just slides in with this little bit right here into that bit. Sorry about that. Bumped into something I'm going to have to show here in a minute. I do have a base set up down here that I'm going to show off first before I show the other two forms of Mega Octane, also known as Onslaught. Anyway, this is supposed to be like Vortex. He's identical. Only difference is the color. He does spin fairly well. Got a pretty good rotor here. This back one here turns pretty cool. Let's get a better look at him. It's kind of neat. It's got like a navy blue color. It's kind of like those Navy rescue helicopters. Pretty cool little helicopter. Really like him. Anyhow, he's got pretty much... He's just like the other Scramble City combiners. He has a port where you can plug in as a foot or as an arm, which is kind of neat. But anyway, let's turn him into his robot mode. Fold these together real quick. Get those out of the way. This entire unit here, flip this thing this direction. Just kind of moves from here back. It's kind of subtle, but it works. Next thing you do is you pull this bit out. Separates up. Roll these back. Just like that. Forms the feet. Grab this. Kind of pull up a little bit. When you do, well, you can give it a little bit of separation. Rotate all the way around. And then down. These are on ball joints, which is kind of nice. Gives a pretty good free range movement. As for these bits here on the end, they will actually flip back. Away. Just like that. Now, if you want to, you can say, ooh, I got me a cut 'em up chainsaw or chain blade or whatever here on the end. It's kind of neat, but just move it all the way back if you don't want that. And there you go. It does have a peg here on his arm. Take this little thing here, it's got the little hole, and can actually peg his little gun right onto his arm. If I can get it to work. Yep. There we go. There's Rotar. As you can see, he's got a little, let's get a good look at the head sculpt there. But anyway, he's got this bit here that flips up. And this flips out like that if you want to use this for the arm, or use just his head up here for leg. Either way you want to do it. But there he is, there's Rotar. You can actually keep his blades out like this. Gives a little more screen accuracy if you do that. It's kind of cool. Really dig his colors. I'm really sold on that one. Anyhow, moving on to the next one, which is Movar. It's a shuttle. This is also known as Blast Off. It's kind of cool. It's just a white space shuttle. got some fairly decent detail there, like the little booster rockets on the back. It's not bad. It's kind of cool. Neat little shuttle. This bit right here is a little loose every now and then. As you can see, he's got his combiner port right here for if you're going to turn him into an arm. But anyway, let's move on to his transformation. It's fairly simple. You split the nose cone in half. Like so. As you do that, you just kind of move them back a little bit. It's a little more finicky on this guy. There we go. Pull them up. Push them out to the sides. Put these down. And as for the ball joints on these are kind of weird. They're like right in here. And what you'll do, separate this whole bit. Take the tail fin and fold it back. Then you fold these two bits back like this, forms his legs. And then you will move his hands like this. Okay, there you go. Pretty simple. Very, very simple transformation. It does have little wheels. You can roll. The one here on the back. Look at the head sculpt if it'll focus. There we go. It's pretty cool. Not bad. Like this guy. It's kind of neat. Pardon me. Anyhow, moving on to Roll Bar. Here's Roll Bar. I know it looks just like Swindle. Pretty much is Swindle. Anyway, just a little green military jeep. It's got this little cannon here on the back. Pop that off. And he can become a leg or an arm. Either way you want to do it. It's got this slot bit right here where you actually can move his head forward if you want to turn it into an arm or leg. Anyway, you just flip this bit up. As you do that, his windshield will actually collapse in. And this, you just pull out, flip these down, and pull out his little arms. Yeah. This one likes to get stuck. Oh, there it goes. And there you go. Oh, look at the head sculpt. Maybe. There we go. Anyway, it does happen to have two little pins on either end. He will gladly. Actually, turn it the other way. This pin here is for car mode or Jeep mode. The other one, you can actually put his cannon in like that. He also happens to come with a second one. Plugs in right there. There you go. Pistol and rifle. Anyway, there's Roll Bar in his robot mode. Moving on to Armor Hide. Here's Armor Hide. It's like Brawl, pretty much. Sorry. I got a bit of a cold, so you're going to have to bear with me. Anyway, here he is in his glory. Very, very cool tank. I actually like this paint scheme. There's some people out there that hate on this, but I actually think it's pretty neat. It's almost like a snow scheme, which is kind of neat. It's got these two gigantic guns up here. This one up here is actually his his little pistol he can hold whenever he's in robot mode, which is kind of neat that you can integrate it like that. It's got a little hole there at the top that you can push it in. It's a lot like his new version he's got out where the pistol will actually fit within the cannon. It's kind of cool. This actually does have posability. It will move up and down. Anyhow, those two pins plug into those two back holes. Anyway, pull him apart just like so. Just like that. You'll move this cannon bit will actually move all the way up. It's kind of funny. I find that funny because you can actually like move it up, so if he wants to shoot over a wall, he could. But anyway, move this whole front bit down just like that. And you can flip his legs down. Like so. And take this whole bit here on the back, kind of push it down. And push it out just a bit, so that way you can actually move his arms down. There's a lot of people that complain and say, oh, well, you can't move his arms up. Well, you can move his arms up. You just have to have this bit here pulled back a little bit further. But it will go all the way up. And it goes all the way down. So, anyway, he will hold his pistol in his hand. Just like so. And there you go. Look at the head sculpt. There you go. There he is. There's Armor Hide / Brawl. Anyhow, moving on to the big guy himself. I'm going to show you his base mode first. Reason being is his base mode is kind of cool. I really enjoy the base mode on this guy because he's got several gimmicks. I'll show him off. Anyhow. There you go, here's his base mode. I took his fists and his legs, and I usually just kind of display them on the side like that. You can move these like this if you want to and say they're just little turret cannon things. As you can see, I propped his head, put his head back here. This is his cannons. This bit here will actually slide in between the gun and the barrels. And it will actually stay there if you're really careful. If you want to display it as if it's got like a shuttle launch. Move this up a little bit so we can see what I'm talking about. But anyway, another thing this thing here can do, you can actually pull this larger gun here. Let me move these out of the way. Off the back of the unit, because the unit here's got this one small hole and one big hole. Big hole is for this gun here to peg in with. You can also take this, because this actually has a peg here. And you can peg it right here on the back, just like so. And tell me I didn't look like a shuttle launcher to you. It's awesome. I love it. Another thing you can do with this guy, because this bit here does pop off. It only pegs on via this into the back slot of this. You can actually take this bit here and turn it around this way if you want to, as if he was in his vehicle mode, and put it like this, and then you can put the shuttle launcher the opposite way if you feel like it. Which is kind of cool, because then you can display him with one of his guys next to it, or laying down on it as if he was one of the vehicles. It's kind of cool. I like some of the gimmicks this thing actually has. Now, if you actually own the G1 version, the original G1 version, this mechanism here that's in the back right here, this used to be actually a launcher. You would press a button, it would actually launch the vehicles out fairly good. Sadly, I don't have a G1 version that has that. I've got one of the ones that came out afterward, and he's actually in pretty bad shape too. I hate to admit it, but anyway, he doesn't have this launcher either. It has a fairly nice ramp here. This is really flat too, so it does match fairly well. But anyway, this is Mega Octane, and or known as Onslaught in base form. What you do, take this off. I'm going to turn him into vehicle mode real quick. And we're back. Okay, there he is in his base mode. I took the ramp out. Basically all you do is you flip these two bits here forward, just like so, clip them together, and you take these two bits from the back. Kind of pull them, naggle them back, so. Clips together. Forms a fairly long truck. Now there's a lot of people who complain and say, oh well, the truck can't rotate. Yes it can. Pull it apart. Now it actually has a rotating pivot. This is kind of cool because you can actually put at least 2 of the other transformers on there. You can actually haul roll bar here and armor hide here if you want to, or anything like that. It's kind of neat. I really do like this guy. He's one of my favorite. I do love the paint job on him. I really dig this camouflage. It's kind of cool. Although, yeah, it's got this weird orange in the middle, but who cares? These guys are robots anyway, so if they're really going to hide from somebody, they would kick their rear end anyway if they found out who they were. Anyway, there's the front of it. It's kind of cool. It's a big semi. Anyway, moving on. Pull this out like this. Put these 2 down. Split the legs apart, just like so. Then you're going to take these 2 bits, turn these down, move these forward. It's got a little slider here. Slide that up, both sides. It's kind of neat how his fists come out of the grill. But there you go. There's Mega Octane. Oh, one thing. This bit here will actually plug in over his chest. His chest plate. And then you've got a gun. Put his gun there. Well, there you go. There's Mega Octane in robot form. Now, there's a lot of people that want to complain and say these things don't have much articulation. Well, you do have head rotation on this guy. You've got arm movement up and down all the way around, because if you're retarded and you want the arm to be backward, you can. Still don't understand the whole meaning behind that. Now, the only thing I can actually complain about with articulation with this guy is these only go out to the sides, which do suck. But it is what it is. But anyhow, there he is. Now we're going to go into combiner mode. Ooh, combiners. Combining, combination. Yeah. Gestalt. Not just stalt. For you morons out there that don't know how to say it. It's Gestalt. Sorry. Pet peeve. Anyway, here we go. What we do, obviously remove this bit. These bits here, puts this back up in. You move these backward, so that way they're kind of just all the way in the back. Then you take his legs, put them up, push them in like this. Now there are a few people that want to leave these out, so that way it does give them articulation. There's nothing wrong with that. You can give them a little extra articulation or give them a little more extra height. That's kind of cool. But anyway, there is Mega Octane in torso mode. Take armor hide here, pull this gun off. Easy thing to do here. Just move his arms straight out. Pull this bit here out a little further. Put these bits in. If these actually give you problems trying to push in, what you can do is just take his turn to the side. It's a little stiff, that's why I kind of have to struggle with sometimes. And then move this in. And there you go. Got one leg. Then you're going to take these bits. It's got 2 ports on the other side, which is kind of neat because this thing's off center. Don't ask me, I don't know. I've been trying to figure that one out for years. Anyhow, you can put it like that. And there's one leg. Take roll bar here. Take his legs. Hold them back under. Actually, no, you have to leave these out. My fault. You just squash it down. See how it's out? Push them in. With them out, 2 little holes. These 2 bits here, push these back in. Now, lead this thing down. What you can do is take his chest piece. See that hole? Peg. You can do this. There's a lot of people say there's no place to put this thing. There is. You put it on the back of a roll bar, and it'll hold it just fine. It doesn't even get in the way of anything. And then you just put these 2 bits back together, and there you go. There you got his other leg. Now, moving on to an arm. One arm. Move R. Move R. Yeah, I'm saying move R because it's funny. Anyway, what we do is take this bit here on the back, pull it out, leave it sticking out. What I always do is I fold up the entire cockpit back around his head. And clip together and put it all back together just like I'm putting back in shuttle mode. Now, I usually leave these up and this folded down and shove this in. You can leave it out as well if you want to. Get a little longer arm. Either way, it works. Take his fist. It's got 2 holes there in the back. Now this is what's kind of weird because this whole thing here will actually be off center. So depending on which fist you want to have, like this in here, I got him as a right arm. You can do it as a left arm, just turn it the other way. Just like that. And then you'll put the fist on the other hole. See how it is? Take rotor, aka vortex, and pull these up. This little gun off. Take this little bit here, flip that up. Put these back to where they were. Click that together. You can leave this sticking out like that because it's got the 2 holes. See these? Those are holes for fists. And fist in like that. There you go. Now let's go into combination. Ooh. First things first, holes on the bottom. Gotta be very, very careful because I've snapped the head off one of these before. Sometimes you just have to be very delicate with the way they are. That's the only bad thing I say about these things because they do tend to do that sometimes. Anyhow, holes are on the side. It's obviously going to want to do that every now and then. Just have to finagle it and mess around with it. You have to fit in the hole. Some of mine aren't really all that worn out, so it's very temperamental. Actually, something I could do is move this entire bit there back up. And the one time I want to do it on this side, it doesn't want to. Because normally I have them on the other side. You know what? I'm switching it over because I don't want to force something to break something. I've already snapped the heads off one of these guys before anyway, so it happens. They do get very temperamental at times. That's the only thing I can say that's bad about these Scramble City Gestalts. Sometimes the head bits do not want to fit in the correct way. Anyhow, there we go. One arm. For some reason it likes to slide in just one of these and doesn't want to slide in the other one. Just happens sometimes. Yep, there we go. Anyhow, there we go. It's obviously getting fairly good size. Next thing I'm going to do, is gun bit. Take the shield part. It's got a peg. I always peg it here in the back, looks like this. And peg it onto the 2 holes in the back end. Then, what we do is take this bit. It's got a hole. This bit here kind of sticks out. Will actually kind of clip onto the crotch piece. And push it up under and then plug in the top. Just tends to work better that way. Take his head. Plug it on. There you go. Now, one thing you can do, these bits, all these extra guns you got, you can actually take this gun here and peg it up underneath. So like so. Take this, it will wedge in between these 2 bits. Just like that. That will form one gun. This one, see how it's got the hole, goes all the way through it? So where these other little holes are come in handy. Little things here will actually peg in. See, it won't really peg this bigger one in very good. You have to kind of wedge it in, which it kind of fits better. This one here tends to fall out, so if you ever get this, it'll do that. Put that in there like that. And there we go. There's Ruination. Here's Ruination in all his glory. Here's Peekaboo Prime for a size comparison. Quite a bit taller. I'll show you another G1 Gestalt I've got. Take a Bottomus here, which is one of the tallest ones there are. He is a little shorter than a Bottomus. But you can actually remedy that if you take his legs here and extend them out, like you can do. Which does tend to give him a little more height. And puts him on par with a Bottomus. There you go. But anyway, there is Ruination. Yes, I do highly recommend getting him. He's about as close as you're ever going to get to actually having a full G1 character. So if you don't have the money for a full G1 Gestalt, get a Ruination. They're worth the money. They're great. But anyway, this has been Plasticon. This has been another review. And I hope you guys are having fun out there and enjoying collecting. Anyway, this is me, signing off. Peace out, y'all.